What's up, guys? This is Big Dru. This is Titan Lifestyle. Every Friday, you guys can tune in for Titan Lifestyle. Been doing this for years now. Every week, we talk about Titan events, therapy of the week, and also crazy topics. Me and John usually pick out some random topics for you guys. We used to always pick out like health-related fitness ones, but now we just pick out ones that you think you guys will find interesting, whether it's health-related, the law-related, or anything. So this is Titan Lifestyle again every week, 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Let's kick it off with the therapy of the week. You guys have ever heard of ECA, old school ECA stacks, where you used to have to actually go to different places to get your ECA? Now at Titan, we got ECA Plus. What is ECA Plus? ECA Plus is a capsule. It's basically like a fat burner. It's going to give you energy. It's going to make you burn fat. It's going to make you feel good. It's going to make you be able to perform daily tasks or workouts a lot better. What does ECA stand for? E is ephedrine, ephedrine HCl, pharmacy ephedrine HCl, guys. A lot of times you'll hear 3 different forms of ephedra, ephedrine, and ephedrine HCl. Ours is the ephedrine HCl. You can only get it through a pharmacy. So if you guys look online, you're like, yeah, I could order it here or there. It's not real ephedrine HCl. It's not from a pharmacy. It's probably like a knockoff or ephedra, which isn't as good and isn't as healthy for you. So it's ephedra, caffeine. That's the C part of it. It's 200 milligrams of caffeine. If you guys aren't familiar with caffeine doses, 200 milligrams is like the standard dose that they'll go up to. In other words, what I mean, if you were to go to the store and get caffeine tablets, the highest they go is 200 milligrams. A lot of your energy drinks, I don't like to give them any shout outs, but a lot of your energy drinks are in the smaller cans are 200 milligrams. Some of them are only 120. So 200 milligrams is the highest you need to go. I take caffeine every day, and 200 milligrams is all I need to go. So ephedra, you got your caffeine. The A, aspirin. Why do we put aspirin in here? Aspirin's a blood thinner. So if you guys know, anytime your blood is thin, it's moving freely through your veins a lot better. So in other words, if you have high blood pressure, just to break it down real quick, if you guys have high blood pressure, the blood is thick. So it's causing pressure in your veins, and it's not able to get through your veins. It's thick. It's kind of like sucking like a thick milkshake through a straw. What the aspirin does, it thins out your blood. If your blood's thinner, now it's like water going through a straw. So the blood can move through your body easier. It can get to the muscle better and give you a lot better pump and just give you those, like, it's almost like a euphoric feeling where you start giving the energy, you start breathing a little bit better, your body temperature may increase a little bit with the caffeine, so you're going to feel great. Last two that aren't really talked about it too much is B12 and chromium. You guys know B12 is great. It's great for your immune system. It's great for, it actually helps with sleep. People don't realize, they say B12, it gives you energy, which it does. The energy goes hand in hand with the ephedra and the caffeine. But B12 also helps you sleep too. People don't realize it. If you take B12 for an extended period of time, during the course of the night, you're going to actually sleep better. So people always attribute energy, but obviously that B12 will help you sleep too and help you feel great. But yeah, I take ECA every day. I take it before I work out with my Hercules potion. If I'm not working out, I'll take it before the show. I took one right before the show today, so it's kicking in. I'm feeling great, a little bit of energy. That's going to help me perform through the rest of my day too. So not just for the gym. Anytime you want a little bit of a boost, or anytime you want to perform your daily tasks better, if you got to run errands with the kids all day, if you got to go, if you got to work in construction, you got out in the heat all day, or if you work in sales, take an ECA cap before you start your shift. Replace it from the coffee, and you'll feel great. Keep your energy all day. No crash, no jitters, no upset stomach. So all you pre-workout junkies that's taking scoops of pre-workout before you work out, now you have to use the bathroom and all that stuff. I don't experience that at all with this. And again, I take it with my ECA. I take ECA with my Hercules before the gym. Let's see if we got anybody online here. I don't know if Art can pull anything up. Let's give some shout outs first and foremost. See who we got on here. Louis D Fitness, shout out to Louis D, shout out to Raphael, shout out to, what is that, Renata, I can't pronounce your name right, shout out to Big Rob just joined, shout out to Dana, we got Dana on here, we got Dominic Blanco, we got Claudia, we got Tudos 1, Pat, 1151, ITX, me, I'm not sure who these people are, but thank you for tuning in. Michael the Max, The Strings, I like that. I like that handle. Henry Chen, Miguel. Oh, we got a lot of people on here. Doctor. Let's see, we got a good question here. Hey, brother, if I send you my blood results, can you take a look at it and point me in the right direction? I myself can't, but if you've recently got your blood work done, all you have to do is just call in the office, 727-389-3220. And when you call in, just let them know when you got your blood work done. I'm not a medical provider, so I'm not going to give you any direction in terms of what to do with your blood work. But basically, just call in. If you have your own blood work, we could use that. If you need blood work, you can come in-house and get it done, or we can send you someplace to get your blood work done. But yeah, just call the line and they'll go over everything with you. Someone else is asking DJ, what's that, Bat-Unk?
Yeah.
He's asking, is it habit-forming or addictive? No, it's not. ECAs, he's referring to the ECAs as habit-forming or addictive. It's not necessarily addictive in terms of like a chemical sense, but you may get used to wanting to take it before you do what you do. So in other words, with me, I take ECA before I work out. If I don't take it, I'm not like physically addicted, like, I need to, you're not going to have withdrawals or anything crazy like that. But it will mentally mess with me a little bit where I'll be like, man, I forgot to take my ECA. But then again, it's not addicting. Again, it's better than coffee. It's not going to mess up your teeth. People that drink coffee every single day, they're like, I only drink a little bit. But a little bit every single day is going to mess up your teeth. It's going to mess up your digestive system. Coffee is used in medicine as a laxative. It actually dilates your colon. So people that are drinking coffee before they work out, it's a nightmare. So ECA is a lot better. But no, it's not habit forming. Who else we got? Paulino. Who's that? Big Jan Arts. We got Dwayne Shaw. We got Nelson. What's that? Pachuco. Bad with these names, guys. Help me. Got a lot of people tuning in, though. Barbie Love. A lot of people. Yeah, this is good. Guys, shoot me some questions. Again, it's just me today. John had to take care of some business. So if you guys got any questions while I'm here, shoot me some questions. I got a big monitor here so I can see all you guys' stuff on there. But yeah, let's get going. First topic, DeSantis. If you guys don't know who DeSantis is, people that aren't in Florida, he's the governor here down in Florida. A little bit of controversy with his name lately with some other stuff going on. But the big thing lately is he just signed a bill in Florida, you can carry concealed guns without a permit. Yes, that's right, without a permit. So pretty much, they're taking the concealed weapons thing away. So in other words, if you could legally own a gun, and I'll go through that, what that means, how you can legally own a gun. If you could legally own a gun, basically now you don't have to you don't have to have any type of training. You don't have to have any type of permit or license on you or any database or anything like that. You basically just go buy a gun and now you could have it. You don't have to keep it in your car anymore at your house. You can literally have it on you. There's like a 2 or 3 step process to how you could have it on you and what you could do. Can it be loaded and all that stuff. But it's gonna be very interesting to say the least. What happens when you have a bunch of people that have no type of gun training, no type of they literally no type of gun training. Some people don't even know how to shoot a gun or load a gun or anything like that. Now they can just go buy a gun and have it on them, and they can have it on them walking around. They don't have to have. It's going to be pretty crazy. I know in Texas they have open carry, which means you could literally have your gun in broad daylight. You don't even have to have it concealed. So that's like a whole other country down there. It seems like, but it's interesting that they're doing this. That he's doing this. The time period. If you guys aren't familiar with July 4th, it's like one of the most violent days of the year in terms of shootings and stuff like that. There's a lot of shootings going on. So the fact that this is happening on July 1st, a couple days before July 4th, I don't know. With that heat and this Florida sun and that heat and that liquor gets involved, we're going to have a lot of people carrying, not just owning guns, carrying guns around that have never actually carried it around before. Now they can. You're not supposed to drink and all that, but it's going to be, I don't know. What are you guys' thoughts on it? Do you guys think it's a good thing? Do you think it's going to make anything, do you think it's going to change anything, or do you think it's just going to be, whatever? I think a lot of people that always wanted to get a gun, but they just never got the class for whatever reason, are now they're just going to go buy the gun. Yeah, they're going to go buy the gun, they're going to have it on them, and they're not even going to know how to load the gun, how to use the gun, the safety, anything, depending on what kind of gun it is. They're not going to. Some people may know, but a lot of people are going to have no clue how to ride this gun. It'd be like basically saying from now on, you don't need a license to drive a car. So now all of a sudden you have a whole bunch of people just, oh, I'm going to go buy a car and I don't need a license. And they have to figure it out as they have their license. So my recommendation would be to go take the class anyways. Just take the class. You can take classes for like $100, $200 or whatever. So I would definitely just take the class. Not only that, if you want to do things the safe or the right way, if you guys get pulled over and you have any type of, the more documentation you have when you get pulled over, the better, even if you're doing nothing wrong. I mean, police, they kind of go off of their gut, and they kind of, if they're in a bad mood or in a good mood, this and that. I always show cops utmost respect, so they show it back to me. But a lot of times people, if you get pulled over, they smell marijuana in your car. Even if you don't have marijuana in your car, and now you have a gun in your car, it's going to look a lot better if you have a gun license, your medical marijuana card, if you have all the documents. You know, it looks a lot better than they pull you over and now they have to figure out who you are, this and that. So it's not so much just because you can do it legally. I don't think it's safe to do. So I'd recommend people go out and get a gun or get it concealed anyways, even though they don't have them. At least you could take a gun training course just so you're knowledgeable, so we don't have a whole bunch of people just toting guns. And it's going to be, I don't know. I'm interested. I'm interested to see how it's going to be. What states are you guys watching from, and what are the laws in your state?
We just got this right here.
Batty Vicky said, "Where are you from?" I'm in Florida right now. I'm Tampa, Florida.
We had a question up here.
Okay. DJ Batunk said, "Thanks, bro. With the PHE expiring next month, if I'm out of state in North Carolina, if I become a client, will I need to come to Florida in person every 6 months since you can only..." No, actually, there's one of my next topics today. Actually, no, it's not one of my topics today, but I'll touch on it real quick. If you're currently already a patient with us, you're not going to have to come in person. From what I know at this point. If you guys aren't a patient already, I would highly suggest becoming a patient now, before these before the PHE expires next month. So that way, once you're in the system, you're already there. I was talking with people yesterday, and I watched a lot of insight and videos yesterday about this, because I've had a flood of people calling saying, "Oh, I'm not going to be able to get my Titan stuff, this and that." If you already are a patient, you're good. You're already good. If you're already a patient, you're good. So it's a good question. I know a lot of people, if you Google searching and watching stuff on YouTube, they're basically saying, "Oh, you have to come in person and blah, blah, blah." So it is what it is. The guy said, "When you guys do in Canada?" I wish we could. As soon as we can, we'll be in Canada too. I wish we could do Canada. We only service the U.S. states right now, all states but Idaho, I believe. But yeah, if we can ever get to Canada, we'll be right there. I'm not sure how the law works in terms of going over the border with packages, because I know for the one state that we don't service here in the United States, we have people in neighboring states that we can have their therapy shipped to them, and they could ship it to them, which is legal. I'm not sure how it works with going to Canada. I don't think you can do that, but you got to come down to Florida, come to the U.S., and we'll take care of you. DJ Batunk says, "I've got a concealed carry permit. People should always be allowed to carry and conceal, but everyone should be required to take class." Exactly, I agree. Like I said, if they all of a sudden say you don't need a driver's license to drive, just think of how many accidents there's going to be. And think of how many people are going to drive that normally wouldn't. So now with this, think of how much, I don't want to say it, but hopefully it's a good, safe weekend. And hope everything's good. What's this? This guy said, this dude is taking more than TRT. Yeah, actually, I am taking more than TRT. I'm taking MK677. I'm taking IGF-1. So Bugsy Gixel. Bugsy Siegel. Yeah, if you want to come to the office, I'll take a blood test right in front of you. You can see exactly where my levels are at. But yeah, the only thing I'm taking more than TRT is MK677 and IGF-1. MK677 gets you huge. It's going to make you eat like crazy. And the IGF-1 also adds lean muscle tissue and helps you keep lean and stuff too. So, Batty Vicky said, "Okay, I'm in Miami. Are you a personal trainer?" Yes, I am a personal trainer. You can contact me through my social media or through Titan. Yeah, I do meal plans, personal training, all that good stuff.
All right, that's it for now.
That's it for now. Let's get into the second topic. The FDA approves the overdose-reversing drug Narcan for over-the-counter sales. Now, I don't know what's going on. It just seems like everything is okay now. I don't know. I'm kind of on the fence with this one because it's good to have an overdose drug so people obviously don't die if they're going to overdose. But at the same time, I always look at both sides. If somebody was always afraid to take a drug because they didn't want to overdose, now they're like, oh, let me just go get some Narcan from the store and have it on me so that way I could take as much drugs as I want and I could just save myself. So I don't know. I feel like there's a hidden agenda behind this. I'm not sure why they're doing this. Why not just try to get drugs off the street or try to get people clean from the drugs rather than just, you know, letting them take as much as they want and they won't OD. I don't know. It's nuts. What do you guys think about it? I'm on the fence. I still don't know. I think it's a good thing. Obviously, we don't want people to die. But I look at people in this day and age, they'll get as extreme as they can. And they'll look at, you know, like I could see a bunch of junkies having these in their pocket on the street, shooting heroin and doing whatever they're doing, and just to make sure they don't die. So now what happens is it's going to keep them from overdosing, and then they keep getting more. Why not get these people clean? Why not have a different way to do it than just say, okay, we know you're a drug addict, so here, take this in case you don't die. I feel like fixing the problem's a lot better than just patching it up. But it's just crazy that all this is happening. I mean, we're having Narcan approved. So now you're going to have junkies being able to take as much drugs as they want, and they can just, you know, take this so they don't die. You're going to have people with guns that have no training walking around, this and that. I mean, it's going to be pretty crazy out there. Be careful, too. With the whole gun thing, to go back on the gun thing real quick, be careful because now everyone's going to have, like, you know how it is nowadays. Everyone's got a gun, you know, in this day and age, but now it's really everybody's going to have a gun. So you guys are roid raging or, you know, road rage, whatever you have, be careful because you don't want to be getting mad at somebody and saying the wrong thing now because chances are pretty much, I'm not sure the percentages. I want to know what the percentages are going to be next year, but I'm pretty sure that it's going to be up there. I mean, you're going to see grandmothers. You're going to see people who you would never think have a gun. A lot of women, I would think, would carry a gun for protection. If I was a woman, and I would definitely carry a gun if I was a woman, protection if I'm driving by myself or this and that. I'm not endorsing people to buy guns or carry guns, but just be careful out there because a lot of people are going to be carrying them now, and they don't have any training or any background checks. Another thing too, with the whole gun thing, you're still going to have to go through a background check to purchase a gun. So if you purchase a gun, you're still going to have to wait a specific amount of time period. You know, you're still going to have to wait to purchase the gun, to get the gun, when they do the background check. But the difference is if it's a private sale, no background check, no criminal or background check is involved. So in other words, if I know someone that wants to sell a gun privately to me, that's completely legal. There's no background check. So now I just have this gun, and I could just use the gun. I mean, I could be crazy. I could have a history. I could do whatever. So I don't know. It's gonna be wild. It's gonna be wild.
You got a comment right there for you?
Does Titan manufacture own its meds? For example, do you compound or make your own testosterone cypionate? Guessing ECA is made in the house. No, we actually don't make anything in house. We do use pharmacies for our testosterone cypionate. So in other words, it will come from a pharmacy in your area closest to you, but no, we don't compound anything in house. We don't. I mean, that's probably illegal. We don't do that here. The ECA is made. It's compounded in a pharmacy as well. Yes, U.S. licensed pharmacy, and it's shipped to your house from a U.S. licensed pharmacy, whether it's close to you or anywhere. So, opiates are incredibly addicting, and the effects are more than just junkies. Narcan isn't a free pass to OD. It doesn't always work. It will save lives. Okay. Yeah, I agree that Narcan isn't a free pass to OD. I feel that way, but I just always look at things on both sides.
It's cynical too. You know, it's okay to be cynical too.
Yeah. I always look at things on both ways just to make sure. But yeah, opiates are pretty crazy. They're affecting a lot of people right now. So.
So anybody got any questions? What's up?
Anybody got any questions while I'm on here? I'll see if we get some more shout outs. Who's on right now? Let me see who's on right now. Okay, give shout out to Amron Oak. Shout out to Christopher. Little Skater Beats Bum. Shout out to him. Dr. Performance. Shout out to Gloss 869. Shout out to Big These names. That's like a 15-letter name. I don't know what that name is, but shout out to Bitta, whatever it is. JL Robbins, 25. Shout out to Caviot. Shout out to Angel. Shout out to Money Toss. Shout out to Jimbo. Shout out to Nick Ferd. Shout out to Imran. Claudio Batista. We got a lot of people on here. I appreciate you guys tuning in. Also, if you guys are tuning in, jumping on, let me know where you guys are tuning in from. What state, what city, what's the weather like? Just let me know what's going on in your area. If you guys ever have any topics, too, if you guys are calling in, you want me to touch base on something, shoot it up on the screen. And if I can get to it, I'll get to it. So,
Events?
Events, yes. First off, I want to give a shout out to Metroflex Gym in Tampa, Florida. It's actually in Brandon, but it's called Metroflex Tampa. Last week we went over there. We set up a booth over there. We sponsored the event. The King Ronnie Coleman himself was there, so it was great to see him. I haven't seen him since the Olympia, but the gym is great. Shout out to the owner for doing a great job at the gym. It should be open in like 2 weeks. They're accepting memberships online and stuff, but I just want to make sure I give Metroflex Gym a shout out. Shout out to Ronnie Coleman. I can't wait to work out there. I'm definitely going to be training there. It's not too far from me, so I'll train there. I'm excited to train the heat and the atmosphere. They have a posing room. They have individual bathrooms. It's a real nice gym, real bodybuilder style gym. They have the blown up pictures with Ronnie Coleman on the wall, the magazine covers and stuff. So it's a good vibe in there. It was a great turnout. So thanks for everyone who came by the Titan booth. And shout out to Metroflex for putting that on. But yeah, next coming events, the Olympia. I mean, it's a little bit of a ways away. November 2nd through the 5th. But we'll be out in Orlando. The Olympia's coming back to Orlando this year, which I'm very happy about. It's only about an hour from where I'm at right now. So I'm excited about that. It's going to be at the Orange County Convention Center again. Great convention center. It's set up perfectly. There's hotels everywhere. There's food everywhere. So it's going to be a great weekend. We have the Titan booth there. Make sure you guys come by the booth. The expo is going to be huge. If you guys went to the Olympia last time, it was in Orlando. It was kind of a little bit watered down because it was during the whole pandemic, so it was like a last-minute thing. The expo was small. It was kind of rushed. This year, it's going to be crazy. It's going to be like a real Olympia. The expo is going to be huge. The venue is going to be huge. And again, that's November 2nd through the 5th at the Orange County Convention Center in Orlando, Florida. And then right after that, that's from the 11th to the 5th, we're going to be going literally right up the street to the Ritz-carlton in Orlando for the Festivals of Speed car show. That's one of my favorite car shows, Festivals of Speed. Obviously, it's at the Ritz. That's a real nice hotel, but if you go to the back side of the hotel, they'll have hundreds of Lambos, hundreds of cars, people out there, food out there. It's a great atmosphere. So if you want to come by, if you're a car person, or if you just want to come by and hang out, it's a good atmosphere. So it's sunny, it's outside. There's inside area too if you guys get too hot. There's food, nice cars. You're going to see $1 million cars, $2 million cars. So if you guys want to come get a pic with the car, come by the booth, get some free Titan gear. I will hook you up.
All right, we got some good questions here.
In a few weeks, wait, let me see. If in a few weeks I still feel tired, but not as much as before, I'm able to increase my testosterone. That's from Ruben. In a few weeks, if you still feel tired, I would definitely just call 727-389-3220. Talk to one of our medical providers. Talk to them and figure out exactly what's going on. Never increase your own testosterone or decrease your own testosterone without contacting your medical provider first. You always want to make sure you never want to take more. You never want to take more or less than what's on the bottle or what you're prescribed. Everyone's different, so don't ask your friend that's also prescribed the same medication. But yeah, just definitely call the line, let them know. But usually, when did you start your testosterone for Ruben? Because normally when you start testosterone, it's going to take about 2 weeks to really get moving. Testosterone cypionate, I think you said it was testosterone cypionate. That has about a 12 to 14 day half-life, meaning that it might take 12 to 14 days before you could actually start feeling it.
Is a good one. So we got somebody from Oregon.
Oregon here, the weather has been really strange. Strange, cold, gray, rainy. I've never been to Oregon. I'd love to go. I've heard it's beautiful out there. I've never been to Oregon, though. I would love to go out there. This guy says he's been using 157. It's been helping. BPC 157, yeah. If you guys don't know what BPC 157, it works great for your connective tissue and your joints. It makes you feel good. And yeah, if you guys have any ligament problems, run that with TB 500 and you'll feel great. Another guy says he just started CJC. CJC is $12.95 and he feels a difference in my sleep already. Question, I have read 5 days on, 2 days off. Thoughts? I would go whatever. Again, Whatever the bottle says or whatever your medical provider told you. If you guys have any questions on how to take your therapies or you're not sure, just call. Just call the line, let them know. They can pull up your file. Everyone's different, so you're not gonna Google search this. So call the line. They're gonna pull up your file. They're gonna go over everything with you and figure out what you need to do. But again, don't change anything from your prescriptions without contacting your medical provider first. What else we got?
Oh yeah.
$1 million cars and $1 million bodies. I love it. Yeah, that's Festivals of Speed right there. 11.5 Ritz-carlton. Shout out to Antonio. I see you just jumped on here too. 3 weeks, but I was on a lot from the streets before. Yeah. Yeah. If you were on a high, if you were taking stuff outside and getting it on your own, you were taking a lot. I'm glad that you stopped doing that and you're doing it the right way. So 3 weeks. It's been about 3 weeks. It might take a little bit of time, but yeah, just call the medical provider. If you have any questions, call the medical provider and let them know, rather than Google search or ask me. I'm not a doctor, so. Someone said, "What are you weighing right now?" Right now, about 285. What else we got on here? Do you guys have any weight loss peptide that doesn't require blood work?
Semaglutide.
Oh yeah, semaglutide, guys. If you don't know what semaglutide is, we call it Aries here. You know, we always have our names for everything. Semaglutide is that is the strongest quote unquote fat burner that they have right now. If you guys take that, you're gonna lose on average 20% of your body weight. So if you're a 200-pound person, you'll be 180. So I mean, you'll lose it pretty fast and pretty quick. Just to break down semaglutide real quick, what it does is it slows down your food digestion. So in other words, if you eat a meal, normally that meal would take a certain amount of time to digest. It slows the digestion down, so it keeps you full longer, so you're not eating as much. So the weight loss, it's never good to not eat at all. But if you can eat small portions and feel full off that, it's going to feel great. I have yet to see semaglutide not work in people. The only thing that I have seen is that people will stop it because they literally lose too fast. So it's always good, always good. Yeah, semaglutide's a good one. AOD 9604, some of the other ones that we have that burn fat too.
Very cool. That's it for now.
That's pretty much it for now, guys. Again, I appreciate everybody for tuning in. Shout out to John. He'll be back in the office next week. I apologize for being a short show today, but that's all I got for you guys today. You guys can tune in every week at 2 p.m. Titan Lifestyle. I'm Big Dru. My brother from another mother, John, will be back next week. I'm wishing him well. If you guys are watching the YouTube channel, click the bell. Make sure you subscribe. We also have a podcast if you want to listen to us. You can check us out on TikTok. You can check us out on Facebook every week, 2 p.m. This is Big Dru. Have a safe week. And remember, if you do get a gun, just go take the class. Have a good one.